Welcome back to Chapter 3 of our story of Vampire the Masquerade, New Orleans by Night. We're going to go ahead and get things started by doing our wrap-up. Monica, I believe you are on the chopping block tonight.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't mind, kind of fill us in on what happened last week.
Well, we were technically successful, we think, in getting the Thin Bloods out of the city because we decided to do some digging. Mm-hmm. Well, Andre wanted there to be some digging done, but that was after he went to a club and fed on this girl who had been dumped and was feeling all sad, and so that was sweet, but also, sad. And, and then he was like, well, I'd love to spend the night with you, but I got this other shit I gotta do, which was his mission of doing the Thin Blood shit. So he went back to Iris's because he had told Persephone, hey, keep a hold of the body, I want to look at it. But, oopsie poopsie, Persephone got a little mad, ripped it in half and burnt it up, which was fine with Iris, but he was mad. But Persephone was like, here's his card, it has this rehab center in there, let's go check it out. So eventually we did that, and we saw a lot of people were lined up, and they were leaving angrily. So we came in, and Andre was like, this is my sister, she needs help. And so they were like, well, Dr. Holland isn't here, so if you just want more dope, you're not getting it. And so we were like, okay, that's weird. And then I believe that's when the shot people came in. Someone was shot, they were brought in. In the commotion, Persephone followed, and Iris looked at the computer to see the financial information and saw that the company had very recently changed hands into the hands of one Tysa somebody from Dr. Holland.
Yes.
And so that was interesting. And then back in the room, Persephone was thinking, oh, maybe I could help, or I actually just don't want to be a witness to what Iris is doing, so we can have some accountability. Andre went back there too, and basically the real EMTs showed up, which was convenient because the workers at the rehab clinic turned out to be the Thin Bloods we were looking for, and they realized that Andre and Persephone were vampires, and they assumed they were Camarilla. So there was little bit of an escalation, but eventually Persephone kind of emphasized how dangerous and dumb it was for them to be there, and was kind of like, get out. And then Andre picked up Salt, who was the asshole one, and made him piss his pants, which turned out to be blood, which we learned about vampires. And then, so they ran off. So, technically, job well done, right? That was it, pretty much. The Thin Bloods were just trying to, clean up the city by knocking off Dr. Holland, which we saw from the security footage was kind of a gut reaction, but then they fucking hid her body under a desk? Well, she smashed him with a desk. Anyway, the Thin Bloods were like, we were just trying to do the right thing, blah, blah, blah. So we went all back to our houses, but then someone shot up Iris's shop. And also, before that, Persephone and Ig kind of had a convo, and Ig was like, I don't understand what we're doing. I don't know the shit you're talking about. And he's just feeling pretty frustrated. And Persephone, she has a lot of fish to fry, I believe, and
yes, so very sad. Anyway,
yes, that was basically Persephone's reaction. She's like, I got shit to do, so shit you don't understand. I think that was it.
You're missing one vital piece.
Yeah.
The phone call that happens right after we got done.
Right.
But you got that phone call. Do we know about it?
No, we were there.
You were in the car.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You were talking to her.
I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, I fucked up real bad on that one.
Yes, Charity called. And we were on the phone, and Andre was like, I'm here with the two vampires y'all sent me to seek out. And
Actually, I don't think I had said anything. It was that Persephone popped in.
Oh, and then
And
you
she's like, I'm sorry, who's speaking?
and then you said the other one is here too.
Yeah.
And so Charity was basically like, Iris, you haven't come to introduce yourself. That's pretty rude. Andre, how is it going? How's it coming along? What exactly did you tell her? Did you tell her it's done? Or I can't remember if we said that. But
that
basically,
it's taken care of and they won't ever be coming back.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yes. And so she was like, okay, come and see me tomorrow night. And Persephone was like, I think she may be a Sabbat because the Thin Bloods said they are.
Well, I told the prince that the Thin Bloods were probably
Yes.
Sabbat.
Because they were buried underground when they woke up.
And then I told y'all that she was probably Sabbat. I spilled the beans about your sire and grandsire being Sabbat, which after she got home and probably calmed down a minute, was like, hey, dumbass. What question do you think they're going to ask when, well, how do you know all these people are Sabbat?
Exactly.
Which is really strange.
you know
Why
them?
would she know that?
Yeah,
So
so
we're gonna have
it's
a
really
nice-
fucking weird. I don't know. It's
question
just
about that.
intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's where we are.
Yeah.
So I need to start. It's a new night. Everybody's going to start with a rouse check.
Is my hunger still up too?
It should be where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Onk is good.
Onk is good. Not as bad.
I'm hungry.
You are at hunger 3 now.
Amber.
You don't have to fill it in all the way. Just make a slash. That'll help you keep from, because it's going to change a lot.
Okay.
So it'll you'll rub a hole in your page if you do it too much. So yeah, you do feel that feeling well up as you awaken. Did you?
I was at hunger 3 when last game,
Okay.
and I got an onk, so I didn't go
All
up
right.
to 4.
Okay. So yeah, you feel it well up. You still wake up feeling the same. Still hungry. Still, feeling that need. Do the two of you have to? You're supposed to meet up with the prince in a few hours after you awaken, and you're in your own place tonight. Do either of you want to take care of that before meeting with the prince?
If I have time, I'd like to, yeah.
Yeah,
Probably be wise.
probably a good idea. Okay, so just for the sake of we've probably got a lot of ground to cover. We can, if you guys want to,
Fast forward.
we can do that a little bit. But so if you want to kind of tell me what you're looking for and where you're going, I'll give me a roll and we'll go from there.
I think I'll just go back to that same place that I went last time.
Okay. All right.
I mean, do I have any bodies in the freezer?
You do not.
Son of a bitch. Do I have any bags in storage? I don't, do I?
Do you have a dot to do it?
I mean, what do you mean the dot? I saved some from the last body I
Do you
did.
have like a herd or resources or
No,
anything
I can't
that could...
have a herd because I'm an obvious predator, so now I've got to go really fuck some shit up. So, okay.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
So in that vein, you're going to get a hand wave.
Cool.
So
Do I just erase one?
if you're going to feed responsibly and take your time, I'm going to get you to roll something for me real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to roll me your wits plus persuasion.
All I have is my wits. I don't have any dots in persuasion.
How many do you have in wits?
2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. Yep. So you do manage to feed. You manage to keep things in check. But you feel that beast welling up, and it's like all you can do not to completely drain the person that you find. And you manage to get away just in time. You'll only lose 1 hunger, though.
Okay.
D, back to you.
Yeah, my stuff's on page 203
Uh-huh.
in Cults of the Blood Gods,
Okay.
because that's,
Well, what is it? Tell us, since you're already there.
the painful bite, the bane.
Right.
Yeah, so.
It's not going to be fun for whoever you do this to.
No, and I have nothing to make them forget it.
She's gonna run away.
I'm just gonna have to be some bitch just bit my neck.
Yeah, it's gonna have to almost be assault.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
You could walk down a dark alley with your purse and see if someone will hit you first.
Oh,
Try to-
that's
And so it's like a
smart.
mugger or something.
It's true.
And then
Probably
pretty
what
clever.
she does.
are you going to Blush of Life?
Motherfucker, this is gonna end up. I kind of have to in case I accidentally run into. I mean, my luck, I'll go down a dark alley and be a fucking cop or something.
Yeah.
Fucking SI. God damn it. Okay.
you got hunger for now.
Yes.
Oh lord. Come here, rapists.
Yeah.
Well, you don't live in a necessarily.
Exactly right.
It's not the best part of town, and as you wake up, it's still closer to dinner time. But you know that there's a Golden Corral a few blocks down.
Rapists. I'm sorry. Sorry, Golden
We lost our Golden Corral
I'm
sponsor.
sorry.
But it's true, rapists love Golden Corral. I think that was our tagline. It didn't go well for them. But no, you know that more to the point that there's an alley back there where people deal. And there's a guy that you've heard just from whisperings, outside, that may be dealing to kids.
Oh.
And if anybody maybe deserved to get, a painful bite, maybe it's that guy. Don't know his name, but you certainly could go look and see if he's
I mean, I'm gonna I can't
set up shop for the night,
I
so to
can't
speak.
go meet the Camarilla Prince at Hunger 4. That's not a good impression to Frenzy.
No.
That's not good public relations.
Right.
So
Okay, so you making your way to the Golden Corral?
yes, but I'm not wearing my normal attire.
All right, what are you wearing?
She is wearing dark jeans, black t-shirt,
Okay.
black moto jacket.
Well, you're already expecting this to get messy, I see. Okay.
Yes. Those combat boots, those black combat boots type things. Yes.
Gotcha.
And she's also trying to look a little bit more non-conspicuous.
Gotcha. All right. So you make your way to the alley behind there, and sure enough, you can see the light of a cigarette being, cast against a street light, leaning up against a dumpster, and you can see someone kind of, looking around and making their way off, and then you see the cigarette kind of turn your direction and the silhouette of the figure, looking down at you, and kind of he does his head, in a come over here type nod.
She does.
All right.
She walks over.
All right, what you need tonight?
She's not sure how to answer that.
Oh lord.
This is
Should have done. You got some streetwise though.
No, I do not. No,
Oh,
ma'am.
I thought you had like one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I would like a drug, please.
What do you have?
Whatever you need.
Be partaking in the marijuana.
The devil's
Can
lettuce.
you speak that into my lapel? I promise I'm not a cop.
That doesn't narrow it down. What would you recommend?
Bitch, what?
Uh-oh.
Man, get the fuck out of here, narc. I'm not falling for that shit.
Is he doing like this at all?
Yeah, like, get out.
Okay, in that case, can I just bite his arm?
You can lunge for him, yes.
Oh God.
So you'll need to give me,
Strength plus brawl?
yeah,
Or is it dex?
it'll be strength because you're trying to overpower, not grabbing real quick.
I only got one.
Are you asking for Dex plus Brawl? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm like,
It'd be really cool if it was Dex.
it would be cool if it was dex.
All right, let's do it.
Because then I have two. I'm not equipped. I'm a grave robber. Oh, fuck.
What?
I got an onk in a head.
Okay, so yeah, you miss,
Fuck.
and you go for him, and he's just like, "What the fuck?" And you hear a click,
Uh-oh.
and
I'm gonna get shot.
you see the flash of something metal in the
Knife.
in the moonlight.
Ooh.
And he's like, "Get the fuck back, you crazy bitch," and slices at you. But you just begin to just feel this sensation that you can't help, and you make that noise, literally make that sound. And he just starts to, back up, and you go for him screaming loudly, just because you are hungry and want him. So he is going to cut at you. Let's see here. So you give me you're still trying. Yeah, you because your beast has got the hold of you. So give me another Dex plus Brawl, and he's going to give the same pool.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes to his 3. So he will do 3 superficial damage to you as he cuts you. And he's like, "I said, get the fuck back." At this point, you can try to control yourself if you would like. You can, if you spent a willpower, it would give you control for a scene. You could get the better control of yourself if you would like. Otherwise, you're going to keep going for him.
I still have to. I'm gonna have to do something. Like, I can't.
Yeah,
Is Persephone gonna make it to the meeting?
Probably not.
maybe not.
Oh, Lord. Well, then we'll go out looking for her.
I guess I'll spend a willpower to get a hold of myself,
Okay.
and then just be like, "You don't understand. You don't." And she starts. Okay, I'm trying to think if she would. Well, her sister-in-law's a drug addict, so yeah, she starts seeing like she does when Ig's sister's in withdrawal. Mm-hmm. She starts doing some of that shit.
Okay.
That
Give
she's
me
seen her do.
give me manipulation plus subterfuge.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so that's.
I know it's real riveting hearing these dice rolls, but they're necessary.
I had
gotta
2
wait.
successes.
All right. So he seems to calm down, and he's like, "Well, you're going to have to get to the hospital. And next time you better come correct. Tell me what you want. Don't do that shit." He's like, "But you ain't buying from me. You need to get the fuck out of here. I don't know you, and I don't want to know you. Come at me like that. Lucky I didn't slit your throat." But it seems like he's kind of backed off a little bit, but he's still defensive,
Time to go to the Golden Corral.
I mean, I've got to eat though. Like, I can't like.
You could look somewhere else.
I'm gonna have to look somewhere else.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna have to like charge at somebody. I guess in a dark alley. I don't know.
Okay.
And not try to.
Didn't you save some blood from that guy you ripped apart? I mean, the guy you
Well,
ripped apart first episode.
apparently, Ig needed a snack. I don't
Oh,
know.
God.
Well,
Damn
if
it,
if you declared that, then
Yeah, she said she'd save some for later because you'd always use it.
Well, then retcon.
I mean, here's the
no,
thing. Well,
it would only
no.
slaked one.
I mean, yeah, I would have only done one. Let's put it this way. I mean, you've got 2 grave robbers in one haven.
It probably got eaten.
It's probably eaten. Like, there was probably
Well,
a
and
reason
we've gone
she saved
pretty
it.
far at this point. Now, you're walking back desperate, red tears rolling down your face at this point, I'm sure. And you notice that there's a shanty town under an overpass. As much as you hate it, your beast says, nobody will miss them. They die every day.
Damn it. Is there like an obviously bad shantytown person. I don't know.
Who here's been to the Golden Corral recently?
Not that you know. I mean, you could get to know them over the course of the night if you want to.
But you don't have time for that.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're en route
Yeah.
to pick them up.
Picking us up. How fancy.
Yeah. I'm just going to fast forward things. Y'all are wanting to go, right, and talk to the prince. We had discussed that this was going to be our thing for the night. So I would assume we could roll time forward. He calls and says, hey, I'm coming to do this. Y'all are like, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Iris would say yes.
Yeah.
And-
Meanwhile, you're boarding up your window.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna go. Unless it's a kid, I can't.
It's not. There are people of all ages.
Oh my god, but they're gonna scream.
Yeah.
They might be used to screams and being attacked and stuff. Sadly.
Is there anything I can like shut? Because they're gonna try to get away too. I hate. Is there anybody that looks like they're like the weak of the?
Oh, come on.
pack.
child.
There's an older man that looks like, you know, he might be on death's door. He's got a bottle next to him. He's passed out.
He's passed out.
Yeah.
This is gonna be really bad because I'm gonna be drunk off my ass, but I'm gonna do it. And
What's worse, going to this meeting hungry or drunk?
Hungry.
She chooses drunk.
Okay.
I mean hungry, sorry.
So you notice him kind of his tent's open. You go inside. You begin your first bite, which we don't have to roll for. Are you covering his mouth?
yeah.
Okay. Because he does start to scream and he does start to struggle. So I'm going to need you to give me strength plus athletics.
I failed.
You failed. He manages to rip away from you, which, unfortunately for him, when teeth are in your neck and you rip away, severs arteries.
Oh, fuck.
And he begins to gurgle and start to claw his way out of the tent.
Can I pull him back in?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You're going to take 2 stains.
Yeah.
As you pull him back into the tent slowly, zipping it closed, and then you can kind of see the tent shaking, and then a familiar sound from within. As you come out, people are looking on, and you know, what the hell's? What did you do?
Can I have my hood up?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
She
did
just
you
runs.
do? Hey, you know, and they're standing there. And they're like, oh my God, somebody call the police. You know, but they don't have cars. They don't have phones. It's unlikely that this will ever get found or the police will care much. You think to yourself as you run off back home
Doesn't help.
to clean up.
Yep.
At this point, though, you have no hunger at all.
I don't feel so bad now.
It's very easy to kill a mortal in this game.
Oh, I mean, I knew it was probably
And
gonna
that
happen.
just is me realizing if you had somebody's fangs in your neck and you pulled away in a fit of being scared, what would happen
Yeah.
in a major artery.
Yes.
It's no roll necessary. I think you're probably going to die.
Well, and I do aggravated damage anyway.
Right, right,
From the bite.
right.
So
Yeah,
hopefully before the alcohol kicks in,
there's no alcohol.
there's no alcohol, motherfucker.
He was sleeping it off.
I feel even worse.
What?
He was starting to sleep it off. He was coming out of it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, he probably had been drunk this afternoon and was still passed out from it.
Yep.
Sweet.
So now she's trying to
At least you won't be drunk at the meeting. Silver linings.
get a quick shower in because she's a fucking mess and she's trying to quit crying while in the shower because
And as you're in the shower, you hear, so much better than those dead corpses you've been keeping me at bay on. And what's fucked up is you know it's right. Mm-hmm. As you're coming out, getting ready, a couple of toots on a horn, and there's a rather nice vehicle waiting for you. It's a Mercedes again, on loan from your sire.
Sweet.
Broom, broom.
Sierra says it's important to impress.
Is she not coming?
No, she was not asked.
Okay. I didn't know if this was going to be a big
And she's
meeting or-
letting that baby bird have his wings,
Aw.
it seems.
Iris practically runs out
Okay.
if she's boarded up.
And your window's boarded up, and, you notice that there are bullet holes through her window as you
Yeah.
pull up.
I'm just like, what the hell happened here?
Oh, drive by.
Drive by? Does
Yeah.
those happen often?
No, I think it was salt.
Are you sure about that?
No. The car looked familiar. I don't know.
So he could still be here.
Maybe. Or maybe he left right after. Seems kind of cowardly to just shoot up a place and not make sure I'm dead, so he may be running. I don't know. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
You better hope he doesn't come back.
Yeah, that would suck.
When Persephone does come out, and it does take her,
We're running late.
like you probably
no.
honked your horn a few more times. She does
You'll
come.
speed. It'll be fine.
She does come out. She does manage to have her hair nicely in like a braid bun type thing. And
It's a
she
little
is-
damp still, but
Yeah, a little damp, but that's okay. And she does have on a suit. Modern.
Pantsuit?
I'll show you.
Cool.
So,
Iris did not dress up.
oh, just the normal.
that's even better. That's awesome. Like this.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
So is there anything you're telling them as you guys are heading that way? Or anything y'all want to talk about?
I'll ask if she heard the shooting last night.
I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, we didn't really.
Yeah. We can find out retroactively. Give me wits plus awareness.
Okay, so that would have been 3 hunger. I'm just rolling 3 hunger because that's what it would have been
Sure,
last night.
retroactively. That's fine.
I got 3 onks and a skull.
Okay. So yeah, but it could have come from anywhere, and you hear gunshots in these neighborhoods.
Okay.
But it was fully automatic fire. That's what was
Right next door.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you right now, there have been people shot in homes, their neighbors shot. And they're like, I didn't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You kind of rationalize it away.
You just don't, it's fireworks. It's, or that's somewhere else.
Or and I mean, if she was in her studies, then she
Right.
wouldn't have.
Exactly.
Yep.
But you did hear it.
Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. Was that you?
No, I think it was Salt. But he did shoot my place. I mean, I saw the Buick. I don't know if it was him or not, but...
She's just holding the bridge of her nose, like.
It's okay, I gotta board it up. Hopefully no one will break in. Not that my stuff is worth much, but... If you don't have the sight.
So off you go across the bridge into the French Quarter. Finally finding some parking. You walk down the street to Jack's Brewery. You go through the back entrance, up the stairs. And before you is the place that you were the night before. Adam, you two have never been here before. It's a large, looks like event gathering room. And there's not a lot of people in here. There's one. One in a chair on like probably a stage that they use, for announcing wedding announcements or whatever. Just a regular, like, fold out, chair sitting there. This lady, slender, in a green dress, curly red hair draped, maybe cut to her shoulder length. And it's wider than it is long. She's just kind of looking like she was expecting you all, and she stands up and puts her hands up and says, "Welcome, Andre, so good of you to bring them to meet your prince."
Of course, my prince.
Iris.
So this is your coterie then, I suppose. Officially or unofficially.
Whoa, I didn't agree to that.
Suppose so.
She's looking around. Like, she's looking...
You must be Iris.
Hello! I am. So good to meet you. Is it... Out of character, is it okay to go up and shake her hand, or is that wrong? If it's wrong, she's doing it anyway. Why did I ask?
Yeah,
She's
I was going to say,
do it.
I know you're going to do it.
You're right.
And she kind of just smiles, like, you know, nods kind of sheepishly, like she understands, you know, but she's just like, normally it's protocol to bow if you're acknowledging me as your prince.
She bows real low.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know. I don't do this, obviously. It's not out of disrespect to you. It's just I'm not good at these things, and I apologize, my prince. She bows super low. And it's totally, it's not ironic or at all. She's like, oh shit, sorry.
Well, this is...
Andre just has his hand.
She goes, that's quite all right. I owe you some apology as well. I mean, we've known you've been here for a little bit and wanted you to make your own introductions and do the right thing, but you have, and that's what matters.
So was Erasmus here? You said he'd be here.
He should. We'll get to that in a moment.
Okay.
After introductions are made.
Okay. But I know everybody here.
Please be quiet.
Okay. Sorry. Yep. Sorry.
That's for the best right now.
Okay.
We have one that I've not yet met.
Greetings. Is it Charity or Chastity?
Yes, Charity.
I can't remember. I always get it wrong. I don't want to fuck it up. Greetings, Prince Charity.
Ah, so you acknowledge that I am the prince.
You are the Prince of New Orleans, yes.
Wonderful.
And just as I am Persephone Giovanni of Clan Hecata.
I understand.
But
We will honor the accords. As long as you understand and recognize that this is a Camarilla city and that we have the authority here,
Of course.
then there will be no problems.
The Camarilla is one of our best customers. Why would we wish to anger you?
Well, it's been quite some time since we've had any of your clan here.
Yes. And forgive us, and forgive me in particular. We were waiting to reassess our former properties before we arrived. To make introductions. You see, we have some business propositions for yourself and the Camarilla.
Oh.
But should our former holdings have proven, well, less than satisfactory, we saw no need to trouble you.
Well, I thank you all for coming and making your introductions. Having done so, and Andre, am I to understand they assisted you with our issue that we had discussed the other night?
Yes, my prince. In some way, they were very helpful.
In some way.
God damn it, Andre.
What ways were they not helpful?
And you you feel eyes bore into your skull.
I'm thinking, hold on.
That's fine.
We didn't, we did get the Thin Bloods out.
Yes.
It wouldn't have been the way that I may have desired, but it was done.
Well, you told me on the phone that they were never going to be a problem again.
They are never going to be a problem again.
So I have your word on that. Excellent.
Yes.
I'll hold you to that.
And if you need any more Thin Bloods out,
I'll know who to turn to, should they be gone for true. Well, let's not mince words anymore. I know why you're here. It's to meet me. And I appreciate that.
Yes, you.
And to meet him. And she motions to a door like a employees only door. And she says, "Go ahead and bring him out, Dutch." And coming out is someone you recognize. You two have never seen him before. There's this guy with like a salt and pepper goatee. Just a kind of your regular haircut, but salt and pepper hair, gray on the sides. He's wearing a rolled up shirt, and you can kind of see maybe some old looking sailor tattoos. And he's got a shotgun in one hand, and the other he is escorting someone out who is handcuffed and has a white sack over his head. The sack has stains in two spots where eyes should be that look like blood, and it looks like it's streaked.
Is this Dutch?
Yes, that is Dutch, the sheriff.
Okay.
And do you want to tell them that, kind of under your breath as they're coming out?
Sure.
What is this about?
Get him a chair. Get him a chair.
What are you doing?
He just kind of looks at you and then goes and gets the chair and, does one hand and it, unfolds. He sits it down. She says, "Don't keep him like that. He's fine now." And he goes and gets looks at her and gets a key, unlocks the handcuffs, and then pulls the bag off. And there's this guy with disheveled hair, and mutton chop sideburns, and his face is streaked red. And he's like, "I'm sorry, and he's just looking down. He's not even looking at the group. He's like, I was scared, and I didn't. And sometimes I get really anxious about those things, and I didn't mean to jump at you, Dutch. I didn't. I just got scared, and I didn't.
Iris is slowly walking up.
Yeah, and he sees you, and he's just like, and you see his eyes get red again, and he's like, hello there. My name's Erasmus Casey." He puts his hand out to yours, and Dutch goes, "Here, man," and throws him the top hat, and he goes, "It's better, Erasmus."
It is you!
Erasmus Casey.
She runs up
Yes,
to
ma'am.
him and kneels at his chair.
No, don't do that. And he picks you up, and he's like, "You're gonna get all dirty. Don't do that." She's like, "It's touching. This is a touching reunion. I'm sure you and he have much to discuss. You old tramp. That is horrible of you to leave your child alone like that all these years." Like,
Do you nod like that?
Yes. I nodded like, yeah, she's kind of right.
and he's just like, I didn't mean, Your Majesty, my prince. I didn't mean
He said he
anything.
didn't want to.
Well, that's a funny way of showing it, but no, he didn't. And I suppose that's what we should talk about tonight. Your friends under the ground, as you discussed it. Mr. Casey bought his way out of that club, didn't you, Mr. Casey? Shall we say paid in blood? Much like you, Lasombra, I suppose. Was it worth it now that you get to meet your child? I would imagine so, huh, Mr. Casey?
Iris is trying to wipe the blood from his face.
He's like, no, come on. It's all right. It's all right. And he just goes, oh, damn it. And he just gives you a hug.
Desire fulfilled.
And he's just like, I'm sorry. He's like, I got a lot to tell you, but we got to be real careful here, okay?
Okay.
Just don't. If you can't say nothing that you think normal folks in society would like, then don't say nothing at all right?
She's thinking like this.
Better to be quiet and thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all
Abraham
doubt.
Lincoln. I knew it was you.
No.
No, Abraham Lincoln said that. I'm a
Well, you
character.
did.
No, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. Knew it was you.
Well, let's give a little exposition and why I wanted you two here tonight. This is fortuitous for this city, I think. Because it's a sign of a new day, I think. A sign that an old scourge may be returning and that its leaders of old, the ones that guided, are truly gone. Because if we have thin bloods in this city being turned into shovel heads, as they're so crudely called, then many of their elders are gone, called to the beckoning. Isn't that right, Erasmus? He kind of, yes, my prince, yes. Well, so we shan't mince any words. The Giovanni scum that were here before you were Sabat.
She's just like staring.
And she's staring right back at you. I know you Giovanni make no allegiances, but apparently some of you do. Can I trust that you aren't?
No.
I mean, you gave me this information, so it seems that I could trust you.
Prince Charity, I'm not Sabat.
Do you denounce all ties to that organization?
Of course.
Okay. And you have never been a part of it?
Of course.
She's picking up dice.
She kind of smiles and says, well, good. Good. Then maybe you would like to earn your keep in this city. He has done so. But to prove that the Giovanni clan...
Clan Hikata.
Sorry, old habits.
She's doing the Daenerys smile.
Yeah. And she kind of smiles kind of back at you like that. She says, well, Clan Hikata then. Perhaps you could do me a favor. This was recovered from that one that we mentioned earlier. That scum that had infiltrated our city for so many years. And caused unknown horrors to almost befall our city. We have some journals of hers. And how shall I put this? Parla di Italiano?
Did she just ask me if I speak Italian? She does, but I don't. What do I say?
Tell the truth.
Of course.
Then perhaps you could translate these for me. I don't. And it seems that she was a very old one. And maybe some of the words, even if I are more modern kindred that speak Italian, can't quite decipher everything. So if you would be so kind as to maybe go through these for me and tell me what you find. Excellent. I'll get them for you in a moment. Now you've made your introductions, and I'm sure you need time with your sire to discuss things. I'll let you have that. I'll let you have the room. It's yours. The place is rented for the rest of the night. I have other business that I must attend to. And the fact that you've introduced yourself speaks well of you. You will have access to Andre's domain as long as he will allow you to have it. And Andre, that is the last bit of business that we have for tonight. Here is your final paperwork.
Because technically, doesn't he have to let me stay?
Hospitality says he should, but that's really the prince's call because the city is the prince's.
Well, I meant because of the agreement with the Giovanni. Or is that kind of...
Well, she's acting like she don't care. Or maybe she doesn't know all the ins and outs. Or care to know. She said she had one in her city, and she's been gone. So it's not like there are a bunch of you. And so she says, here. And she hands you a rather thick, mailer that, it's like for 8.5 by 11 paper. She says, this is the last of it. This will give you the rights to the properties on that little 2-block radius that you're getting in the Bywater District. But for all that I care, I will give you dominion over the Bywater district. If you can prove to me within a year's time that you have improved the quality of life for us there, and it becomes something lucrative for Kindred Society, then we shall continue this agreement. If not, then these privileges shall be revoked.
My shop's going bye-bye.
Are you amenable to these terms?
Yes, my prince. Thank you, my
Wonderful,
prince.
wonderful. Here you are. Well, Dutch, come on. We have to go handle that one thing with the stuff. Well, enjoy yourselves. And if you need to speak to me again, well, I'll find you. And she turns away and is gone. She says, sorry. And she goes back to the employees on the area and then brings you several journals, probably a stack that's like a foot tall, As far as we can tell, the dates are there. They're from most of the 20th century. And there you are. But if you will, just when you can, let me know what you find.
Of course.
Very good. Thank you. And she's gone.
That's what she does as soon as she's gone. Which y'all have never seen her act like that before.
She flipped her off for everyone.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I forget you cannot.
Can't see. Yeah. So,
Is Erasmus still handcuffed?
no, he's not.
Okay, good.
He's free. And he's just like, let me get you a chair. Hold on. And he goes get one from the stack and
Okay.
pulls it out. And,
Why did they have you like that? What's going on?
well, I...
The calling?
No, not for me. No. I wanted to do it when the time was right. Yeah.
Do what?
Meet you, and all of a sudden, Dutch comes to my haven and says, hey, you got to meet your child tonight.
So you've been living here?
Yeah, a little bit.
How long?
A little while.
Did you know I was here?
Kinda.
Okay.
I kinda did. I thought you might figure it out. I mean, was Las Vegas good to you? Was it a nice place?
Yeah. Before things got a little heated,
Yeah.
I got set on fire. So
Oh God.
yeah. But I'm okay. The Second Inquisition had me for a little bit, but I got out.
Oh Lord, those folks.
Yeah. So.
Well, they're here too.
Fuck.
That's who got that. Well, I guess they don't call them. We don't call them SI. We call them hunters.
Hunters.
That's who got. And he looks over. That's who got hers.
Or what?
The Giovannis. Yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know if you knew her. Her name was El Messina.
She's just staring at him. She's trying to, because yeah,
She's freaking out.
a little bit.
Yeah, they got her back in the 80s, but as much as I'd spent time with her, I gotta say she had it coming.
Oh.
You don't do what she did.
What'd she do?
Yeah. He kind of looks over at her and is like, we'll talk later. It's a long story.
Okay.
Can I see if he meant anything by that?
And he's like, and this must be your coterie mate other? And he's like, hi, I'm Erasmus. I guess I'm
This
I'm
is my
her
dad, a sire.
Yeah, it's sire. And it's this guy's, average height, average build, dark hair, mutton chops. Looks like he's from the 1800s or something. And you can just kind of tell by the wild look in his eyes. He's here, but he wants to leave the room at any given moment. Just real nervous about being in this room.
Yeah.
And your name, son? Sorry, I didn't. Sir. Sorry, I didn't.
And Andre Ducard.
Well, all right. And he kind of turns away and he's like, I guess you want to know why.
Yeah.
Well,
Why did you turn me into this?
it was me or her. And I didn't want you to have to go through what I went through with her.
Who?
Well, you didn't even know. She was watching you for a time.
Another vampire?
I never even knew her real name. All I ever knew her as is the Lady of Love.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Well, she loved everybody, and she wanted to share her gift with all of the world. I don't know how many children she has out there,
Oh.
and maybe I don't want to know, but
You don't know any of her other children?
I have some ideas and some suspicions, but
Do you think Charity's one?
I don't know. I don't think so. But we're all on that same wavelength, and maybe. But yeah. He
But
just
why
kind of drifts
me?
off. She thought you were interesting. We happened to be in Las Vegas. You had your little store.
My TV show.
Yeah, I guess you did. Your little access show.
Yeah.
And she thought it was beautiful that you would help people like that talk to their loved ones. No, it's not at all.
No?
It starts beautiful. She starts loving you, but it's like a child with a new toy on Christmas. They're excited for it, and then they throw it away, or they tear its arm off, or they burn it. They hit it, and you can tell he starts to put his hands through his hair, and
Where is she now?
for hell, for all I know, she's dead in the Middle East, and I put her there. I told her God she had to go. That calling was telling her what it told her. God, she had to go. And I told her, yes, ma'am, I'll go with you. I'll keep you safe. But only we didn't do that. I didn't do that. I was scared, and I hid. And I let her go herself.
Who else was
And
with
she called. That's it. She just felt this, they call it the beckoning. The old ones feel it.
You told me about that in the vision.
Yeah. Well, I was afraid because I wanted a chance to get away, and I saw it, and I took it. I told the prince what I did, and then I sent her there, and then I put her in the shit, so to speak. Right in the middle of the war they were having, the Camarilla and the Sabbat. And I told her I didn't want a part of it, and I wanted out. And then I paid, and he rolls up his sleeve, and he's got an ankh burned into his arm. And it's not the upside down ankh of the Sabbat, it's the ankh of the Camarilla, like the one that's on your dice. And they said if I ever changed my mind, I didn't want a part of that Sabbat stuff. It's just what you're made into, you understand? It's what she was. Boy, the last years, was she ever a part of it? I think you have a choice to double down, but I saw the writing on the wall. Those scumbags were on their way out. No offense to any scumbags that might have been on their way out with the Sabbat in this room. You're not scumbags, but you know.
Who's he talking about?
I don't know. Just in case.
It's not me.
No, not you.
I guess he means Persephone, because the prince was asking if she's Sabbat. She's not Sabbat.
No. I'm just saying if you were, you're a scumbag. And don't ever do the Sabbat. It's bad.
Okay. It's a good lesson. Thank you, sire.
Yeah. But she woke up. She knew I was here when she woke up.
The Lady of Love?
Yeah. And she told me that I was coming to meet you. I really was. I was going to Go to Las Vegas. That's why I was reaching out. I was gonna do it. Or have you come here or do something. I don't know. I felt bad all those years. You're the only child I ever had. I didn't really want you, but I didn't want her to have you. And so I begged her. All those years ago, I begged her. I said, hey, I really want a child. LaDonna, if I could, in my mind, if I could save this one and keep her from becoming and seeing and doing the things I had to do under her tutelage, if you will, then I thought I was right worth it. Even if you didn't know your sire, and I feel bad about it, but
Thank you.
you do now. I'm sorry. But you don't carry my burden of being ex-Sabbat. And the fact that I'm standing here now shows that it can be done. The fact that they're allowing La Sombra in the city shows it can be done. It's not that New Orleans was overrun with it, mind you, it's just that it was a place that people flowed to from the old world, I guess. New places in the new world too, I suppose, yeah. But they pulled her out and she woke up and she called me.
Who pulled her out?
Here, you know, here. And he points to his head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here. She spoke to me in a dream and she said that she was disappointed in me and she was going to kill me. And she was going to kill my bastard. To teach me a lesson. When she got back from over there, she was going to make sure that she told me if I had known pain before, that it was nothing compared to what was coming. And I had to hide. I had to hide and make sure that she was really gone before I met you. And I don't know if she is, but I feel like she's not. She hadn't reached out. And last I heard of all the things in the Middle East is the Sabbat are dying left and right. So I hope.
So they changed you up and put a hood on you because you're ex-Sabbat?
No, I was afraid. You don't have problems when you get afraid? When you get anxious? And you just can't help it?
Yeah. What did you do?
Well, I frenzied in front of him and I tried to get away from him. My anxiety got the better of me. I just didn't want to expose you to everything. I was afraid she was waiting. It was a trap. Especially when he put that hood on me.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
Just didn't want me to know where we were going, I guess. They still don't trust me. But I know this is Jack's Brewery. I'm not stupid. Been here for a long time.
Since when? Were you here with El Messina?
Yeah, I knew her.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew her a little bit. She's a pretty spooky lady. She looked like a skeleton when she was almost gone. There's a little meat on her. I don't know how she even moved.
Ooh.
But she's dead and gone, and that's the best thing for the world.
Oh, okay.
Player question: Are
Yeah.
there any cameras in this room?
Yes, there absolutely are.
And there's
Left her off on camera.
and there's probably microphones.
If the cameras are on, they probably have
They're picking
microphones
up
on the
audio.
camera. Yeah.
Is he like allowed to leave with me?
Yeah, she said she gave you the room. Now, these are cameras for the venue.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have access to them? I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past her to not have her own sort of recording something.
Iris, dear, why don't you show your sire your little shop?
Oh, yeah. It got shut up, but ignore that part. Let's go. Can you drive us?
I suppose so.
Want to come? We can drop you off.
I am next door.
All right, let's go.
All right. I think it'd be nice to see that. Yeah.
You've never come down to the bay. What is it? Bywater Bay?
Bywater District.
Bywater District?
Yeah. It's not where I normally frequent, but yeah.
Have you heard of the Cassandra's Dream?
No?
Oh, well, time to introduce you.
Okay. He's still very awkward, very,
She holds onto his arm and, like, guides him. Like
and he's
an old
kind
man.
of, yeah, and he's kind of just, you can feel him trembling a little bit, like a small just shiver, like he's afraid. And as you come out of the building, he's looking around, like, is he expecting something to happen any minute?
I'll protect you.
Oh, you won't. If she wants us, no, you won't. But she would have, I don't know, I think she's gone. I really do. I hope she is.
Is there anyone else who would know?
Most of them are died or they went with her in their own way. All right. Oh, this is a nice ride.
I'm
It's
not.
Andres.
I'm not saying anything to him. I'm just acknowledging it, but I'm not saying anything to him.
And he looks at it and he kind of stops and he goes, and he just stops. He says, "You're Sierra's, aren't you?"
And I just kind of stare at him.
How do you know her?
Well, it's been a nice night.
How do you know his sire?
She bought her way out too. But I don't think she really wanted to get out.
There's no need for speculation then. It is what it is.
Well, they paid for you with the ductus. So you must be pretty worth it, huh?
I mean, he did help me get rid of a body. She says it really low because she's still
Technically-
paranoid about bugs.
My dear, I got rid of your body.
Yeah, but he helped me he helped me decide to go over to you, so.
Fair enough.
Because I would have just freaked out. I probably would have just tried to eat his whole body up.
Are we still driving at this point?
Well, he
think
hasn't
got
gotten in.
We're just
Yeah.
standing by the
Gotten in.
car talking about this shit.
It's okay. I was scared of this car first, too. But, I mean, it brought me to you.
All right. Well, I'm trusting you, Mr. Andre. How about that?
Okay.
Did you work with Sierra in the before times? Do you, like, know her?
I really like this part of the town.
Oh, yeah?
It's got a lot of history to it, This used to be kind of all there was. And it's a really nice area. Yep.
Where's your haven?
It's in an old cemetery. I know that's pretty stereotypical.
Oh, that's cool. I love Buffy.
Are
Like
we,
Spike.
are we in the car?
Yeah.
Because she's glancing up in the rear view at certain points. Because I'm assuming that Persephone got in with Aunt.
I would assume so.
Yeah. It would be rude to. Here, you just met your long lost sire. Now.
One of you sit in the front.
Yeah, one of you sit in the
Yeah,
front.
get in the front. Adam, as you were driving, because you're probably paying attention to this and feeling you're in babysitter mode at the point right now.
To a degree, but I'm
Yeah.
also very attentive on what he's saying about Sierra.
Gotcha. I need you to give me wits plus awareness.
Three, 2,
2? Okay.
and then I guess a hunger as well.
No. You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. We'll go over how to read those a little more.
Okay.
I think it'll be worth it.
Yeah. I'm usually just like this. Is this
Yeah.
this good?
Yeah. Show me the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right. So You think you're being followed
Oh.
by a car as you come closer across the bridge. You know, matter of fact, you kind of go out of the way a little bit, and sure enough, the car makes the turns you make.
Can I spot what? Can I kind of get an idea of what kind of car this is?
It's a Buick, an old beat up Buick.
Oh shit.
Okay. Can I? It's dark, so I guess I can't see who's in the vehicle.
No. And they're staying intentionally kind of far back enough.
Okay. So I'm just saying, you know, looks like we've got company. Our friend from the methadone clinic. Our friend from the methadone clinic that shot your place up is following us.
Oh, Mr.
Shit.
Salt.
We have to get rid of him or Charity's gonna fucking kill you.
Oh, she's going to fucking kill us, my dear. Not just him.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, she'll kill y'all.
I guess I'm gonna try to just drive around, and I want to I want to. I guess when I get to the district, when I get to my domain, I want to park in a back alley.
Okay. Well, were you being chased?
Yeah.
Mr. Casey says.
Yeah.
I'm not being chased. I'm being followed.
Make the block. Get away from them where they can't see you for a minute.
Okay.
Be careful. Okay? After I do what I'm about to do. So you make the block. Feel like you've gotten out of line of sight of that vehicle. And then the car goes crystal clear. And you watch as your hands go crystal clear. And you can all see each other. Or well, you can all see, but you don't see. You kind of see faint outlines of each other.
I'm gone.
He's
I'm
like,
gone.
Shh, shh, shh. It's all right. Don't be too loud about it.
I'm gone.
Just watch the traffic. Drive like you're invisible, because you are.
Oh my god. She's staring down at the road going beneath her feet. Well, where her
And
feet
you see,
would
and
be.
he says, pull off to the side. Let him go by. See who it is.
Okay.
And
She leans up behind Persephone's seat and goes, "My sire's the fucking best."
As you say.
the car drives by. If you guys want to get a look inside, see who's inside, you can. You don't even need to roll because he's not actively looking. It is Salt.
Is there anybody else with him?
Nope.
Good.
It looks like it's a personal vendetta. And he's, looking around. He looks right in your direction, but it looks through, past you. And
Persephone does it again.
and he keeps on going.
So I want to get behind him
Okay.
and won't follow him.
All right. Just, stay close, and oh God, be careful at lights.
No one else can see us.
Yep. I tend to pull off on the side and park at a light.
Okay.
Or have folks do that. I don't drive much. No. No, ma'am. No, sir.
Who do you drive with?
Not many people nowadays. So, he goes off. You see him going through neighborhoods and like he's looking. And he gives up pretty quick. And you see him kind of, hit the steering wheel a few times and then starts driving. And he starts to drive by the Bywater district. I'm going to get you to make me a drive plus dex check.
I have nothing in drive.
Okay. Well, you get a dex check.
Please have a lot of decks.
I have 3.
That's not too terrible.
2.
You manage to avoid the cars for the most part and park when Casey tells you to park. And, you know, he's kind of coaching you through it. And because he's doing that about driving while invisible, DWI, if you will, you're able to kind of, you know, snake through and do what he says. A few close calls, but,
Sure.
you know, it's to be expected. Soon you find yourselves in the Bywater District, and he's driving around the properties. And he stops for a long time and watches the building.
That's my building. That's my shop.
That's something special.
Imagine it without, you know, with real windows.
Did that son of a bitch there do that?
Yeah.
What you folks see another one of us?
He's a thin blood.
Oh, the one she was asking about.
I killed his friend. It was an accident.
What are you folks gonna do with him?
I'm gonna kill him.
That's what you want?
I mean, I don't think he's gonna leave like we asked him to.
I had him pissing blood, and he still is coming after us.
And shot up my store. That's just
He's
rude.
trying to avenge his friend.
Which is understandable, but if he comes at us,
Would that make y'all happy? If he's dead and gone?
I would prefer not to have an input in that decision.
That make you happy, son?
He's either gonna be alive, and the prince is gonna kill me, or he's gonna be dead, and he won't be my problem anymore.
Or he could leave town and never come back.
Yes,
That would be
that would be ideal.
that would be great.
So if he left town and never came back, everything would be okay, and that boy gets to live and try to learn through all this mess.
Yes,
He didn't learn the first time.
that doesn't mean he won't learn a second.
he does have a long time to learn.
Where would he stay?
I don't know anything about him.
His comrades said that he could move around in the daylight. I'm not as concerned about where he can stay. I'm more concerned about that he leaves.
Oh, that's a mess. Well, our society works on boons.
You'll have it, just get him to leave.
Yep. All right.
Death should serve a purpose.
Yeah. All right. Well, and he gets out of the car.
Be careful.
And you see the car kind of, you know, you feel it.
I'm back.
And yeah, the car's there. You guys are back.
I'm getting out of the car too.
Casey is not.
Ooh. Where'd he go?
Persephone's kind of holding you back because she
Still-
may have an idea of what's
I'm
happening.
still getting out of the car.
Okay. Are you going to confront him?
I'm going to shadow cloak,
Okay.
and I'm going to slowly
So you're going to wrap
Watch.
yourself in shadows?
and watch the scenario as I'm making my way.
Okay. Does it require a rouse check? Do you know? Do you have a page number written down on that?
Well, unfortunately, Oblivion. I don't know what the
Oblivion. It's in Chicago. I'm going to it. Alrighty, I found you. Okay. There is no rouse check. You gain a 2 dice bonus to stealth rolls.
Okay.
So you're surrounded in shadows as you get out of the car. You know, you feel them swirl around you. You guys see him kind of disappear into darkness. You can barely make him out, you know, because you were looking at him, you know, as he moves along. So now that will be the stealth check. So give me stealth plus dex.
And then I get a +2.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean I
Plus
rolled
2 extra dice. Make sure they're the black dice. You don't want the reds. Now I would do me a favor, take all the ones you're not rolling out of the tray. that helps me see and give you the results a lot quicker. There you go.
Are you fucking serious?
It's all right.
You're just a new baby.
Yeah.
You can at
Learning
least
his
distract
powers.
him while Erasmus comes up.
You see, as you look over and you're making your way to the car, you're coming up behind it. You kind of see him looking in the rearview mirror, and he's kind of like, maybe the shadows don't look right to him. And he steps out of the car. But he's not you can't quite see you, but he's like looking like, maybe something caught his eye. Mm-hmm. Give me that same check again. He left his car door open. And Adam, no roll necessary.
3 with 1 with 2
Yeah,
stars.
that's fine. You only worry about the stars or the fangs when you have 2 of those.
Okay.
But you do notice, and he's looking right past you. You
Yeah.
can definitely tell he's not looking at you. But you notice his car kind of, like somebody climbed in it through the front seat while the door is open. And he's kind of just like, and he lights a cigarette and he just kind of, blows it out. And then he takes a couple drags and he flicks it at the direction of the building. And he's like, nods his head yes. Like he's made up his mind about something. Mm-hmm. And gets in the car and drives away.
With that guy in the car with him?
You're pretty sure that Casey got in the car. It moved on its own. Like being weighted down and,
So is he still driving with Casey in it?
you can't be
Don't
sure.
know. Can't be sure. Okay.
So you watch him drive away. Do you want to follow, or do you want to? You could probably get to your car pretty quick and go, or what do you want to do?
If we follow, he's probably going to notice the car.
If Casey's in the car with him, if Erasmus is in the car with him, he may need a ride back.
That's true.
I guess I'll follow.
Okay. So you're following? Are you guys staying in the car with him?
Yeah, we just
Okay.
stayed.
So you watch the car going, and it's starting to go back towards the area where the methadone clinic was, back in the lower Ninth Ward. And when you get to, you're passing by and you're watching, as he goes past streetlights, it's just him. It's just him. It's just him. It's him and somebody else. Him and somebody else. That somebody else is looking over at him. He looks back shocked. Then he turns back, stops the car. That somebody gets out, and he continues to drive. He gets on an interstate on-ramp and continues to drive.
Whoa. Let's pick Erasmus up.
Okay.
And he knows you were following. He waves at you kind of sheepishly.
Hi.
If he can stay in the sun, I hear Arizona's real nice, and I told him that.
Thank you.
What the hell did you do to him?
I told him he should go to Arizona and never come back. He seemed inclined to agree, whether he wanted to or not. I don't think he'll be bothering you anymore.
Thank you.
And I told him to forget about all you guys. One day he might figure it out, but he's young and I don't know if he will. I don't like doing that to folks, but if it gets them on boats to the Middle East or off to Arizona, I'm all right with it.
Well, I guess if it got Lady of Love to go to the Middle East, then it's gonna work on him too.
That's why she was so mad when she got there. wanted to kill me. But it was already, mind you, she was already wanting to do it anyway, or I don't think it would have worked. She was already
wanting to
thinking
go there, not
that
kill
she
you.
was hearing that call. Now, let's talk about that boon. And he hops back in the car.
What do you need, Mr. Casey?
Cemetery is not the best place for me. It's associated with a group of folks that I don't want to be associated with anymore. And I couldn't help but overhear that you have a new domain, sir.
Well, you can come live with me.
Would that be all right by you?
What can you provide this place?
I think you've already seen.
Service.
I'm not, shall we say, a strong man, but I know what I can do to get things done. I know how to hide. I know how to gather information.
And you know what the prince wants of me from this district.
Sounds like she wants you to make America great again, huh?
That's one way to put it.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Sounds like she doesn't want much to change as far as I can tell. She wants a place that she can feed, move people in, come to if she needs to, a backup place from the, shall we say, more spotlighted area of the French Quarter. I don't know why she wants you to do it. Bywater's kind of like, it's better than the Lower Ninth Ward by far, but I've seen better days too. But it is close to the French Quarter, so maybe there's something there. A lot of folks just trying to lead their lives there, you know. It's a place to kind of hide in plain sight. I think you both have found that right.
Yep.
Fine, you can stay.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate it. And I'll give you the Erasmus guarantee. If he comes back, I'll handle it. But he shouldn't, I don't think. I don't think he was expecting that.
Did he piss blood again?
No, should he have? I'm sorry I messed that up.
Oh, no, I was just curious.
No.
Apparently my methods make people piss blood.
Well,
We all have our skills.
yeah, that's
Still
true.
waiting to find mine.
That's true.
Just kidding. Don't say that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, she's waiting for people to say, yeah, you have skills. And it's just quiet. She's like, all right.
Do you feel trapped in your life, son? What you're doing here? You hate this, huh?
I don't understand the purpose.
The purpose of all of this? Or what? Or just what the prince was doing?
My role in all of this.
I don't know. Seems like you're rising pretty quick, though.
I need something. I need something to strive for.
Yeah, I know you folks tend to do that. Well, me, I found I really wanted this to stop, and I had somebody who wouldn't let it, you know. I think she would have put me back in my body, and I think, or found me as a ghost if I was one. She had somebody that I know could. So I was even scared of her in death. There was no escape for me. What was the point if I killed myself and I came back as a spirit? Then that El Messina would eat me. So, you know, I had to play their game. And soon I realized that maybe this life ain't so bad. as long as you do right by people the best you can, keep your hunger in check, make sure that you're always minding that, and you be careful. And as long as you do that, it's like you're human in a way for a time here and there. There are nice moments to this.
I needed purpose in my humanity too.
Well, you got all the time in the world to figure it out now. Just be the best you can. But who am I to give advice? I'm just a deadbeat father.
No, you're not.
Awkward.
Well, I feel like it, and I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate. That's like one of the nicest things anyone's ever done for me. You were
Poor
protecting me.
dear.
I think that's a really nice thing to do. To be like, no, I don't want you to have this shittier life. Let me give you a slightly shitty life, but nowhere near as shitty as it would have been. So I appreciate that. You're trying to protect me from what you endured. And I think that's noble. And it was a risk because this lady sounds crazy and dangerous. So I appreciate it. I don't think you're a deadbeat. I used to, but now I don't. So I hope you're not lying to me.
What do you know about Sierra?
She was a mover and shaker in the Sabbat back in the 70s and 80s. 1970s and 80s. Let's be clear. 90s came, things started to change, and the city became really heavily Camarilla. She left for a time. And then the beckoning started happening, and I think their clan saw the writing on the wall. Your clan, I suppose, saw the writing on the wall, and that it was better to get on and get along, especially with society being how it is now, with all the technology we have, and pick the winning side, which, as much as she might not like it, the Camarilla is the winning side right now. They're keeping people from, the no media policy. You folks have no idea what those hunters did in the 80s, and that was just from pagers and crude cellular phones. The things they figured out that we were doing. I think that was the beginning of the end for the Sabbat. I think Sierra saw her opportunity and left. But came back, swore loyalty to the Camarilla, had her own sire killed.
Because it was a spot.
No, because that was her price of admission.
Who was the man that was killed for me?
Some ductus goes by the name called, look up in the book real quick.
What's a ductus again?
Ductus is like a pack leader
Okay.
for the Sabbat.
Okay.
What did Mr. Look Up in the book do?
Let me look it up. I'm not sure.
I'm working on it.
He's
sorry.
Malkavian. He could actually have a book that he is looking up in.
Name was Marcus Tully. Tully was he was a pretty big person in this town as far as the Sabbat goes. He was, shall we say, very passionate about making sure that people understood that the vampires were to rule the world. And he delighted in what he did. But he's not around no more.
Does he have other associates that are still around?
As far as I know, you two are the only ones still of your kind in his city. because the way that the prince is doing it, she really liked the way they were handling it in Chicago, where if you're bringing in a new one, an old one's got to go. And that means if you're joining the Camarilla, if you're having a child, and God help you if you're having a child, you've got to prove that you're worth it then. You got to get somebody really influential like Tully or something like that. I don't know what she wants or what she's trying to do. I don't know.
What's your relationship to her? I know you said you were both ex-Sabbat.
That's about it. I'm not friends with her. I don't really know her that well.
Does she know
Honestly,
you?
I'm sure. I'm sure she would. You could ask her about me if you wanted.
I'm not saying anything to that.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. 100 something.
Oh, okay.
How old is she?
I'd imagine she's somewhere around the same. She's been around a little bit. Maybe a little younger.
How old are you, Persephone?
As old as I am, my dear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that rude? I just wanted to know if you knew this, Ella Messina lady. Didn't you say she was Giovanni or something?
There are a lot of Giovanni. We are a very large family.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And, Erasmus is just staring a hole in you.
When she catches his eye in the rearview mirror, and she stares one right back.
And he doesn't quit looking.
Neither does she.
And he his eyes get a little bit bigger. And he cuts.
He cuts?
Like, cuts his eyes to
okay.
stop looking.
Got it.
And he's like, well, we almost there?
I assume we're probably almost there
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. We chatted a while.
All right. Well, show me this place.
All right. Like I said, imagine it with glass here.
He's like, so what happened to your window?
That guy you just sent to Arizona shot it out.
Oh, well, I could probably help you fix it.
Oh, yeah? Thank you.
Yeah. You're letting me stay here for a few nights. That's nice.
I meant like forever.
Oh, no. I can't stay in New Orleans long.
Oh, how come? We just met.
Well, in case she comes back. I gotta be on the move.
But you said you'd been here a long time. Why are you leaving just now?
And you're just going to leave your child.
You can come with me, I guess. Sure. I've been by myself a long time and staying away from folks, and it's kind of hard for me right now, you know.
That makes sense. Well, yeah, why don't we try it out for a few days?
Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. I'm sure you got a lot of questions. I'd be happy to answer them.
I feel like I got most of them answered, actually.
Oh.
But I'm sure more will come up.
Well, maybe you can tell me about yourself. I didn't know much about you other than you were, on local TV.
Well, I'm not on TV anymore, so that's different. You're right, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I could read your fortune. Then we can see if she's coming back.
Now that I've dropped them off,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back to my place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't need to stay here for
Yeah.
any of that.
Understandable. I thought we were having sleepover, but
Yep.
it's fine.
You're like, oh, you're leaving.
Where are you going?
All right. What are you doing?
She just quietly kind of slips out.
Mm-hmm.
Irish goodbyes.
Yep.
And,
Bye. Bye, guys.
and she goes back to the funeral home. Sorry, I don't
That's
know
fine.
why I couldn't think of that. And then she goes up to where where they actually stay. And she's trying to look through the journals to see, because these are very interesting.
Sure. Okay. We'll do that right now. And then I'll make the rounds. We'll come to Adam, and then we'll come back to Monica, and probably be the wrap of our night. But so I will need you to give me intelligence.
Yes.
Plus, what is your? Do you have a language skill, or is that's an attribute, isn't it?
It was my birth language.
Yeah.
Italian's my birth language.
Yeah.
So I just have it.
Okay, so then in that case, give me intelligence plus academics.
Damn it. Okay.
Not a one. It's a lot of information, and it's written in like a very old style Italian, and it's very hard to kind of decipher. And you may not have seen anything like this, and it'll take some time. What you can do for me is continue to make that set of rolls, and for each time you roll it is going to be an hour and a half of going through these materials, trying to decipher and decode what is written.
Okay.
I'm going to let you do it for me 5 times.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back, because by the end of that, it'll be time for morning.
Right.
Yeah, or
Got it.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it'll be about time for morning.
Okay.
All right. So, Adam, you arrive back at her penthouse. She is not there.
Are you going to your place or
I
Sierra's?
assume I figured she probably wouldn't be there.
Or are you wanting to go to your place? I'm sorry. I should have asked you better.
No, I thought my place was her place.
Well, I guess kind of is now, yeah. I mean, you have your own place on paper, but you probably don't want to stay in Bywater when you could stay here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you arrive back and not there. There's a few messages on the machine.
I want to listen to him.
Okay. The first one's for her. It's just talking about a gallery opening. They're just making sure you're going to be at the gallery tonight. There's, the displays are up and the project's going to be, I think, really spectacular. And I want to thank you for being a patron of that. And, to come see the fruits of your labor, there'll be free mojitos and wine, And so kind of deduce that's probably where she is. There's a couple more messages that are just like hang-ups and, answers and hang-ups. Then there's another. And this one seems to be for you. The number on your card did forward to here. And a voice that you don't recognize until the name is mentioned. She's like, "Hi, Andre. This is Amber. I don't know if you remember me from the other night. I had a really nice time meeting you, and I thought you were really interesting. And I was wondering if maybe you'd like to go get coffee one night or something. If you want to give me a call back, here's my number." And so she gives you her number on the phone. Thanks. I'd really like to speak to you soon. And then a click.
Nice.
Ooh.
Then a few minutes go by, and a ring on your phone.
Does he have a phone?
A cell phone, yeah. It's hard for you to hear through it. I mean, it's garbled, and you have to
Put it on speaker and then
put it
back
on speaker
away.
and back away type thing,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could answer it.
Oh.
It's your dad.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm answering. Hello,
Son,
Father.
what's this I hear about you buying up some properties? Bywater District. I mean, you can save your money and do what you want, but that area is going to be pretty hard to flip.
I have to make something of myself, Father.
Well, I get that, I guess, but Bywater? That's a stupid investment, if I had to be honest. I thought I raised you better than that.
Uh-oh.
I Thought you had more sense, but hey. I just wanted you to know that, hey, I'm rooting for you, but don't come to me expecting like a handout or a loan or something like that on this. If you're wanting to make it on your own and be your own man, then. And you hear something in the background, just another voice. Mm-hmm. And you're just like, well, why hadn't you come by and seen us?
Because I'm a vampire, Dad.
I've been busy flipping this property.
It's been a few months now. Thought you'd at least gonna come see your brother.
What do I need to see him for?
Well, hell, I don't know. I just thought that's what you're supposed to do. All right, then. And then the phone just hangs up.
Okay.
About that time, you hear tumblers and locks turning. And through the door steps Sierra. And she's got on her arm a young man who's obviously drunk. Instantly, you can tell he's probably one of the artists from the night of this gallery opening.
Right.
Just pretentious douche with a man bun wafts from him, as he walks through the door. And she's like, yes, and this is my home, and this is my son. She's like, that's no way that's your son. Who is that? Listen, I'll do it again if I have to, but I don't need to know him. You could have told me and be honest. And she's like, no. No. He is. I had him young. This is Andre. Andre, this is, he's like, Jovan. Yes, Jovan. Jovan had a very interesting piece at the gallery. I bought it. It's very nice.
Do you need help bringing it up?
No, they'll deliver it.
Okay.
It'll probably be here tomorrow. It's like, yeah, she's great. I mean, I appreciate the vision that you understood it. I really do. I don't think many people get that feeling of emptiness that I have and I express. She smiles really big at that. And she's like, I understand that. I understand that all too well. And it's hard to be tortured by your art, isn't it? It's like, yeah, and I just wish it would make me feel. And I don't know if it's just the medicine or if I just, just to feel something real again. She's like, well, I think you're real, and I think we could feel. Andre, this young man, he wants to feel. You understand?
Yes.
There's something dead in him, void, an emptiness, like an oblivion calling. Would you like to feel that feeling, Andre? I think you should. I think we should all share that tonight. He's like, lady, I told you. And she, before he can react, reaches up and snaps his neck just enough to where he's paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, fuck.
And he's just like, what? I can't feel. And she goes, oh, it won't. It's probably for the best.
You said he couldn't feel before this too.
It's
Well, now he really can't, can he? Come, let's eat.
Then yeah. Mm.
All right, and you both drink from him as he sits there, screaming at first, little gasps, and then nothing because of the kiss. Mm-hmm. You can feel him start to slip. That if you drain the last drop, he will be dead. She's not stopping. But what do you do?
Well, He can't get unparalyzed. So she's gonna kill him regardless. The question is, what hunger are you at right now?
I'm at 2.
You could get rid of it, but also be less human.
Yeah, but that's not the thing that I'm more concerned about is what if I stop, what is she gonna do?
Oh, yeah.
It will look bad to mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to make mommy proud.
Oh, God.
Damn it! Don't start this shit!
Maybe mommy will punish me.
I forgot about that before I said it. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Daddy issues,
So are you-
mommy
are you
issues,
helping
got the
her kill
whole
him?
Package.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you completely drained this human. You will have no hunger, but you will take 3 stains from this.
Holy fuck balls.
Damn. The stains go where again?
You're just going to put them there's slashes in your unmarked humanity.
One of them is just for the mommy comments.
Okay. The stains there like make me full.
Yep, we'll have to do some rolls at the end of the game.
Oh!
Well, yeah.
That's why I said some rolls. Yep.
Iris is the only one that...
Oh,
So
the
you-
Simon did good.
You kill this man willingly with her. And she looks up and laughs and then just plants a bloody kiss on you. And she's just like, I knew I picked the right one. Just grabs your face. She's like, I knew.
She got scared.
And then just on top of this body,
No! Mommy, no.
we'll fade to black.
I don't want to hear Ig complain one motherfucking time else.
He slams the door too hard and you're like, you have no idea!
You have no idea how lucky you are. And do not make you do unspeakable things
Meanwhile,
with corpses.
let's talk about the journal entries.
Okay.
I got 6 successes total.
Okay. You managed to decipher 2 entries out of a lot.
Yeah.
But you're able to decipher those because they're a little later. And it seems like the writing got a little less formal, a little more direct as it went on.
Yeah.
The one that sticks out to you was the very last one, dated September 12th, 1987. In it, this person named Ella Messina was excited that the Pope was coming to New Orleans. Very excited. She said that she wanted to risk journeying out to see him at the outdoor mass, despite the risk. It was far too much to gain from it. The last words written in the entry, as far as you can tell translating, that this is going to bring a true reformation or change, something different. And it will earn my rightful place as Archbishop.
What the fuck?
Is the Pope
Archbishop
vampire?
is a Sabbat prince.
I don't know.
She takes the journal, closes it, and then flings it across the room.
Okay.
Iris and Erasmus hear a bump, and Iris is like, yeah, it may be haunted here. I don't know. And they just continue talking.
Do you think this is something that is causing anger with you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's do a frenzy check then.
Ooh.
Willpower,
What I have unspent.
correct. It's just black dice. You
Okay.
don't have to roll hunger.
I have 2 successes.
You're all right. You managed to keep it together. But you still fling it. Several hours later, you come back. And you decipher another. The one that you decipher is talking about in 1975. It's a little more, again, hastily written. So it's, not as formal and high language. And it tells about mortals who chased her from her home. They burned most all her possessions, with the exception of a lock of black hair. And the journals that you see before you now.
Damn it.
Everything else is going to take some time. But as you finish this last one, knowing that there's still a lot to decipher, the sun is coming up, and you feel your blood stir, and then you must slumber. As for you and Mr. Casey, Erasmus, Abraham Lincoln, whatever you want to call him, you talk as long as you want.
Cool.
And you can ask him anything you want. Were there any questions in these conversations that would come up?
I'd ask him about the spiral network and what he knows about that.
He's like, well, it's called the cobweb, if you want. Some see it as a spiral, some see it branch out. The crude term is the Malkavian Madness Network. But it's real. We can talk to our own clan, get visions and signs from them.
That's how you contacted me.
Yes, it is. And as time goes on, you'll learn it more. Some of us can, some of us can't. But the one that gave us our unlife, she could, and she taught me, and I guess it transferred to you.
Why were you looking at Persephone so weird in the car?
How close are you to her?
I met her like 2 nights ago. But we lived next to each other for a while.
I think it'd be a good idea not to be in a coterie with her, or to keep her at arm's length at the least.
But she burned up a body for me.
Well, that's all fine and good, but you don't want the next one to be yours.
What do you mean? What's wrong with her?
She's not who she says she is.
Oh.
That's all I know right now.
Okay.
Can you see the dead? I could, even in my waking human years.
So I can... out of character, I have sense unseen sometimes.
Then yes.
I guess I'd say sometimes. I can't talk to him all the time. Usually I just talk to him. I don't see him as
But when
much.
you try to look, and you can, right?
Yeah.
Look at her one day if you feel like it.
Okay.
That'll answer your question.
Okay.
But just be careful around her.
All right.
If she's anything like what I'm afraid she's like, then she may be actively trying to do you harm.
Why would she do that? She barely knows me.
They have their reasons, and that reason points to nothing.
She's just as crazy as us.
No, if she's what I'm afraid she is, then she's smarter than us and older and more evil. There's a place at the end of our life. Some folks like to believe there's a bright light. But the ones that I've talked to say there's just darkness and nothing. The end of all things. And there are those that have died that want nothing more than for everything to be nothing. And the ones that I've seen do what she does tend to want that the most. Well, they all want it, but just be careful of her, okay?
I will. What about Andre? What do you think of him?
I think he's a La Sombra. I've seen his kind. He's actually one of the nicer ones I've met.
That's just because I'm new.
He doesn't know you're fucking on top of a dead body right now and saying, Mommy.
Somewhere Persephone is disgusted. There is a very pissed off
You're
Ray.
digging in somebody's guts, pulling them out. Gross.
That's disgusting.
Some poor asshole's Wraith is just sitting there bitching to me about how he died. That is disgusting, my dear. Truly an atrocity.
There's a lot of other stuff that, I want to tell you. I know. But I want to know about you. Has it been an okay life?
Yeah.
Did I turn you into a monster?
Only a little.
He didn't kill somebody.
Would you rather have been dead?
Dead? No. No. Alive? Maybe, but I like having the powers that being undead gave me, so if I was alive, I wouldn't have that anymore, and I don't know if that would be better.
Yeah.
I like knowing that there's more out there.
All right then. Yes, that's a good way to look at it. Well, do you want to stay here?
Honestly, I came here to find you.
Yeah, you
So-
did, huh?
I don't know what to do now. And as she says that, she's realizing that it's 100% the truth, and she feels a kind of like fear. Like, what now? What? She never thought past this point.
Yeah. I know that feeling. I think I feel it right now.
Yeah.
But I think that's all right. We learn how to live our lives and figure out what that means for us.
Yeah.
If LaDonna's really gone, then that mean it's a new day.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Me too.
You have any other questions for him?
Oh. No.
Well, what you like to watch on TV?
A Bug's Life. Buffy. Star Trek.
Yes.
Oh, I hadn't seen Star Trek in a while. Is it good?
Yes.
Yeah, I really like the old ones, though.
Oh.
Because I was a kid when...
Do you have those on?
I probably have some DVDs, yeah.
You want to watch some of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Trouble with Tribbles. It's the best one.
I'm so jealous now.
And so the two of you sit there in a building with bullet holes in the window upstairs. Yeah, you might be short on rent this month. No might to it. But for right now, you're just watching a show with a person that you've been looking for. And that's where we'll end our story tonight.
That was really heartwarming, actually.
There are moments. Don't get used to it. Before we go and close everything up, we have a couple of checks to make.
I did a bad thing check.
Yep.
Okay.
Adam, you get to roll a dice. Doesn't matter what color, doesn't matter. Just a dice. Somehow, you justify this in your mind
I'm doing this for her.
that you're doing this for her.
He is a win at all
That is a
costs
very
kind of
powerful justification.
Yeah.
Just,
As
like I
much
have to.
as fucked up as it is,
I'm
This is-
doing this to stay on her good side.
yeah,
Right
you're
now.
doing what you had to do to survive.
Yeah.
So you lose all your stains. Your humanity does not decrease.
I only get to roll 1, 2.
Yep.
Nope.
Oh,
Your humanity goes down by 1.
Uh-oh.
You can't count on the bodies. You know that now. And sometimes you're going to have to do this. And if you're to make it, and to keep going, it might happen sometimes. It's not saying that you like it, but you might have to. Monica, what was your favorite moment of the night?
I really liked the meeting with Charity and the feeling of what the fuck is going on here on this day when they brought Erasmus out and he was like chained up. I don't know why. That was just really cool.
Okay.
And then probably when he was invisible and you see the car, like the silhouettes going by and then suddenly he's there. That was awesome.
Cool. Adam, how about you?
Definitely the car thing.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did, even though I was probably going to get stains for it, I really wanted to kill Salt. Fucking shadow cloak and then get up right behind him and just fucking kill him. Punch his head off.
Yeah, that would have been Stains. Yep.
Yeah.
But you got him anyway, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So.
That's why he really did it. To let out his aggression.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was that, and I mean, I'm kind of just branching off the same thing that Monica said, but I guess for more like Andre's reasonings, a lot of it being that he has no fucking clue what a lot of this is, but you know, it just left him with more questions than answers.
Sure.
That at some point he's gonna need to talk to Sierra about. And probably relay a lot of information to her.
Well, since you're new, I want one thing to stick in Andre's mind. The things you've heard mentioned about the Sabbat. You know, the little glimpse and the pieces that you've gotten. You've heard they're bad guys, but why were they bad guys? And it comes back to you late at night, laying there in these blood-covered sheets. They're bad guys because they had no problem killing people. They looked at people like cattle, and that they were the rightful rulers, and that humans were snacks. For somebody who's part of the Camarilla, she sure didn't act like it tonight. But who's to say the Camarilla all don't do something like that behind closed doors?
Yeah, and also the way she was talking about, like the way, like Andre, I think, was wanting to kill that Thin Blood, because when he spoke about what to do about them, Sierra said there's loopholes when it comes to killing.
Yeah.
There's always we live in these loopholes.
Yeah.
So as far as he knows, that's what you have to do and everything, and like that's just the vampire way, and that there's these, and so it was probably a bit surprising that when he was talking about killing, that, you know, Erasmus and everyone was like, hey, wait a second about it.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone was more down for it when we were like, we got to just get him out of here.
Yeah.
But once he talked about killing, I was like, hey, whoa.
Right.
About
Right.
it.
You're like, what?
Yeah. Isn't that what we do? Shit.
All right, D.
Oh, man. I liked the meeting with the prince, but I think I liked the car ride. Like with all the discussion and everything, and just so many different wheels turning for different reasons, but all colliding in the same direction, so to speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it was a good night for character development, and I'm glad we can take some time to do that, you know. It doesn't have to always be just action. So I'm glad we got to do a little more of that tonight. And we will see what happens next week when we play again. Until then, this is GM Tuck wishing you all a good night. Till we meet again.